Okay, good afternoon, Saurabh. Can
Good
you hear
afternoon.
us?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. So, where are you now? In Jodhpur, in Delhi, or somewhere else?
Sir, presently I'm in Ahmedabad, sir.
In Ahmedabad. Okay. And when is your interview? Do you
Sir,
know the
it's
date?
on 5th of February, sir, next year.
5th of February.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So, you have some time. Not too much, but some time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you did your MCom from Jodhpur University in 2024. Is that so?
Yes, sir. That's right.
And now you are working in Ahmedabad?
Yes, sir.
Employee Provident Fund Organization. Okay. Enforcement Officer, Accounts Officer. This is the state service.
Sir, the EPFO comes under central government, Ministry of Labor and Employment.
Okay. So you joined through the Ministry of Labor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now accountancy was your subject in the
Yes,
civil
sir.
service, which is very, very few people can take that. So tell me something about the government accounts and their audit by CAG.
Sir, government accounts are compiled by the Controller General of Accounts, which comes under Ministry of Finance. Um, these are prepared on cash basis of accounting. These are audited by Comptroller and Auditor General, which is a constitutional body under Article 148, sir.
And these accounts pertain to what?
Sir, accounts are classified in three categories, sir. Primarily consolidated fund, contingency fund, and public accounts, sir.
Okay.
This is the basic uh, division of the government account.
Say, for example, there are accounts concerning the Ministry of Finance. How are they prepared?
Sir, each department, each ministry has its own set of accounting information, which is prepared as per the cash system, sir. And these are as per the Controller General of Accounts rules, sir.
Do you know the system or you're just guessing?
Sir, as far as I can remember, sir, it is the Controller General of Accounts which is responsible for preparation of accounts of all the ministries, sir.
Mhm. There are differences. Okay. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Now, you see, the CAG does the audit of the government accounts. The chartered accountants do the audit of private corporates and companies. Which is better? Why can't chartered accountants do the government audit also?
Sir, as far as the audit of central government is concerned, its bodies, it is conducted by CAG. But as far as public sector undertakings are concerned, CAG in fact appoints chartered accountants for auditing PSUs. So CAs are indeed involved also in the government audit as far as PSUs are concerned.
What is the basic difference between the two audits? Audit by chartered accountant and audit by CAG.
Sir, audit by chartered accountants is a statutory audit which is conducted on the basis of provisions under Companies Act 2013, whereas the audit conducted by CAG has a constitutional mandate under Article 148.
Okay, now the four labor codes were adopted recently. They were notified. They became acts a few years ago, but they were notified recently.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about those codes?
These were notified on 21st of November. I think there are It is a structural overhaul of the entire regulatory ecosystem of the labor laws. Uh, I think it will have tremendous benefits for the economy. Firstly, it will improve the degree of formalization. It will secondly reduce compliance burden on the micro, small, and medium enterprises. Thirdly, it will improve India's credentials as as a robust investment destination with the minimum compliance burden. Lastly, sir, it places emphasis on expanding social security net. So overall, I think these labor codes augur well for India's aims to become a Viksit Bharat.
Now, your father is a professor in the university.
Yes, sir.
Which faculty? Which discipline?
Sir, he teaches in production and industrial engineering department.
Okay. So, how come the manufacturing sector in India is not so robust so far? What is missing?
Sir, I think we paid more emphasis on the services sector post 1991. So some economists believed we missed the manufacturing bus because its contribution to GDP is only about 17%. Also, other
Why
factors.
did we miss the bus? Why did we? What was the reason?
Uh, Sir, firstly, sir, we did not place more emphasis on labor-intensive mass manufacturing-based employment sectors. Secondly, sir, our we have high tariffs which make the industry uncompetitive. Thirdly, sir, we also paid inadequate attention on skill development, which is necessary for boosting productivity of manufacturing firms. Lastly, sir, on infrastructure, though there have been several positive developments, uh, still infrastructure development is something which needs to be emphasized. And lastly, sir, our regulatory ecosystem was very complex in nature. So compliance burden was very high. This deterred small firms to get large in size. These were some of the factors which stymied industrial growth, sir.
Now, tell me what is the foundation of Rajasthan's economy? What are the three, four major pillars?
Sir, presently Rajasthan is around $200 billion economy. Um as far as sectoral composition is concerned, the manufacturing sector contributes 28% to its gross state domestic product. Agriculture contributes about 27, and as far as services concerned, it's around 45%. Uh, the major pillars of Rajasthan economy include mining, tourism, exports. Um, uh, Others include agro processing. These are some of the major sectors in Rajasthan.
And what are the major manufacturing, uh, you know, hubs in and around Jodhpur?
Sir, in and around Jodhpur, we have Pali Marwad as one of the major manufacturing districts. Secondly, we have a Boranada industrial cluster. Thirdly, Basni industrial area is also a major manufacturing hub for industries such as chemicals, food processing, and others.
Now, tell me what is the difference between philosophy and darshan?
Sir, I think, sir, darshan is the Sanskrit term for philosophy, sir.
Are you sure? Or you are just guessing?
Sir, maybe I need to read more about the nuances, sir.
Mhm. Okay. Now, my last question to you is,
Yes, sir.
in run up to the Viksit Bharat, what are the steps which government of India needs to take in the coming decades? Five major steps that you think are important.
Sir, one will be regulatory cholesterol, which has hindered the expansion of our manufacturing firms, needs to be addressed. Secondly, uh, a major thrust on human capital formation is required in terms of improving learning outcomes, improving skill development. Thirdly, greater digital inclusion will be essential for transforming education, healthcare, and other sectors. Fourthly, sir, we need to ensure that our growth is climate friendly and sustainable. And lastly, sir, I would say India needs to improve its domestic capabilities in terms of strategic areas such as semiconductors, AI, clean energy, renewables, etc., in order to address any geopolitical vulnerabilities going forward.
Okay, over to you, Venkatesh ji.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Mr. Shubham, huh? Mr.
Saurabh,
Saurabh,
sir,
right? Yes.
good
See,
afternoon.
yeah, good afternoon, dear.
Mm.
See, when it comes to,
Saurabh Sharma, yes.
yeah, Saurabh Sharma. Yeah, I confused with both the names. See, recently our parliament passed a bill for insurance sector increasing it to 100% FDI. So, as a social security tool, insurance is very important. What is your opinion about that? Do we need to open up 100%, or we need to still have a conservative idea with respect to insurance sector?
Sir, I think that certainly we need to open up insurance sector to more private sector participation because it brings the necessary expertise, it leads to innovation and brings in the capital to boost the insurance penetration, which is quite low, sir. It's around 3%, while global average is around 7%. Similarly, insurance density is also low, sir, around $91, whereas global average is to the tune of $900. So I do believe this bill was necessary, and now that it has been passed, I think it's a positive development.
Okay. See, even though we passed our FRBM Act long back, way back, but still we are chasing to reach the revenue deficit to zero. So, what is your perspective on this issue? So, when can we reach zero, and is reaching zero is ideal or not?
Uh, Sir, going by what the finance minister laid out in budget 2025, we are going to now target debt to GDP ratio rather than, sir, fiscal and revenue deficit numbers because it imparts the necessary flexibility, policy flexibility to us in terms of responding to various economic shocks. But yes, government is committed to narrowing its deficit numbers because it has adopted fiscal prudence as a policy path.
Okay, see, when it comes to cess and surcharge, it is often the federal units often criticize that, see, their economic thing is being crippled, and at the cost of the states, the center is mopping up more fund. So, what is your opinion on that?
Sir, as far as the issue of cesses and surcharges is concerned, some states, particularly the southern states, have indeed raised concerns that it will reduce their share of vertical devolution. But sir, going by what the government has stated in the parliament, uh, even the proceeds of cess, which accrues to the central government, is ultimately applied towards development objectives, and the fund ultimately is also transferred to the states indirectly, though, sir.
See, okay, see, being a person from Rajasthan, see, migration is a problem in Rajasthan. If you have a hypothetical situation, if you are being a district magistrate of a particular district, and where there is a chronic migration is happening, what will be your efforts to curtail this, or what kind of efforts you will take to reduce migration?
Sir, several steps can be taken. Firstly, sir, identifying the push factors which are leading to migration. Uh, Secondly, sir, Factors may include, sir, unemployment, uh, lack of quality infrastructure in terms of schooling, healthcare. So addressing those issues, sir, is critical. For example, we can improve the quality of our roads, of schooling, of healthcare facilities. Secondly, we can place emphasis on skill development so that the local youth get gainfully employed in the state itself. And lastly, sir, overall improving the governance in the state can also facilitate a greater degree of stability and reducing the degree of migration.
See, the similar to that, there is always a chronic water stress in Rajasthan.
Yes,
So
sir.
do you have any solution, say a kind of permanent solution for this issue of chronic water stress?
Uh, Sir, several steps have already been undertaken. For example, river linking projects have now been initiated, linking the Parvati Kali Sindh with Chambal River. So this can lead to expansion of the irrigated area and drinking water facility to around, I think, 3.5 crore people. Secondly, sir, rejuvenation of the traditional water bodies is also something which we can focus on, which include the step wells, which are locally known as Bauris in Rajasthan. Thirdly, sir, groundwater extraction, over extraction is also a major issue. So appropriate regulatory measures and to improve the replenishment of groundwater and reducing its over extraction is also, I think, important, sir.
Okay. My last question. See, when India is still struggling for feeding all her mouths, but still they are spending huge money in space explorations like Chandrayaan 1, 2, and all. So, is it rational on the part of government to spend huge on this kind of activity when still you are not able to make all your people out of poverty?
Sir, I believe, sir, we have extensive food security programs already in place, wherein around 800 million people are being provided food security under the public distribution system. At the same time, I do believe, sir, India also needs to undertake ambitious scientific developments which will ultimately benefit the country at large. For example, the space programs that India is undertaking uh, also aims to improve the lives of farmers through, for example, remote sensing satellites can improve the prediction of weather through such services. I think holistically, if we see both of the imperatives, scientific development as well as social inclusion, are important for the country.
Thank you. Over to sir.
Thank you, sir.